What does the Bible say about jealousy? Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 21. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, neither shall you desire your neighbor's house, his field, or his male servant, or his female servant, his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 to 24. All things are lawful for me, but not all things are profitable. All things are lawful for me, but not all things build up. Let no one seek his own, but each one his neighbor's good. Proverbs chapter 23, verses 17 to 18. Don't let your heart envy sinners, but rather fear Yahweh all day long. Indeed, surely there is a future hope, and your hope will not be cut off. James chapter 3, verses 13 through 16. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by his good conduct that his deeds are done in gentleness of wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your heart, don't boast and don't lie against the truth. This wisdom is not that which comes down from above, but is earthly, sensual, and demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition are, there is confusion and every evil deed. Proverbs chapter 24, verses 1 to 2. Don't be envious of evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their hearts plot violence, and their lips talk about mischief. Galatians chapter 5, verses 19 through 21. Now the deeds of the flesh are obvious, which are adultery, sexual immorality, uncleanness, lustfulness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, strife, jealousies, outbursts of anger, rivalries, divisions, heresies, envy, murders, drunkenness, orgies, and things like these, of which I forewarn you, even as I also forewarned you, that those who practice such things will not inherit God's kingdom. Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Galatians 5:26. Let's not become conceited, provoking one another, and envying one another. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 4. Then I saw all the labor and achievement, that is the envy of a man's neighbor. This also is vanity, and a striving after wind. James chapter 4, verses 4 to 6. You adulterers and adulteresses, don't you know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? Whoever, therefore, wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Or do you think that the Scripture says in vain, the Spirit who lives in us yearns jealously, but he gives more grace? Therefore it says, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Psalm chapter 37, verses 7 to 8. Rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Don't fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who makes wicked plots happen. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Don't fret. It leads only to evil doing. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 31 to 32. Don't envy the man of violence. Choose none of his ways. For the perverse is an abomination to Yahweh, but his friendship is with the upright. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 30. The life of the body is a heart at peace, but envy rots the bones. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 4. Wrath is cruel, and anger is overwhelming, but who is able to stand before jealousy? Acts chapter 5, verses 16 through 18. The multitude also came together from the cities around Jerusalem, bringing sick people and those who were tormented by unclean spirits, and they were all healed. But the high priest rose up, and all those who were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, and they were filled with jealousy, and laid hands on the apostles, then put them in public custody. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 3. For you are still fleshly, for insofar as there is jealousy, strife, and factions among you. Aren't you fleshly, and don't you walk in the ways of men? 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 20. For I am afraid that by any means, when I come, I might find you not the way I want to, and that I might be found by you as you don't desire, that by any means there would be strife, jealousy, outbursts of anger, factions, slander, whisperings, proud thoughts, or riots.